opening up a can of worms. Like, you could go viral tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Labor Lounge. We appreciate you. Labor Lounge, that's right, we can work it out. All that issue can't talk at work, we can talk about. Labor Lounge, I ain't gonna argue with ya. I'ma hit you with these facts so that you can get the picture. Hey.
Without a doubt, I would say being a teacher, especially in today's day and age, is one of the more difficult jobs that you can have. Not only are you dealing with pay discrepancies, but you're also dealing with a new generation of kids that I have to say seem a lot different from when I went through high school, right? So with the changing environment, teachers go through a lot more today, it would seem like, than what I've known in the past. So in the story that I'm going to share with you now, we're going to take a trip over to Indiana to a high school where we have a substitute teacher who went through a little bit more than what he should have had to go through. I'm sure he didn't wake up in the morning thinking that he was going to go through what he went through in this next video. So we're going to look at this clip and we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about it. And I want to know what you guys would do if you were in this situation. So before we get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this content out. Here we go.
Thank you. Turning now to IT Mate and a 75-year-old substitute teacher who says he was assaulted by a student earlier this month. He's sharing his story now because he says the student was never arrested. IT Mate's Cody Fisher sat down with the teacher who tells his side of the story.
Before Rob Gooding was taken by ambulance from Perry Meridian High School to the hospital, he told school police he wanted to press charges. Nearly a month later, the student still hasn't been charged. Anything like this ever happened?
No.
Rob Gooding started substitute teaching after he retired. He was in the middle of teaching a business class at Perry Meridian High School when a student attacked him.
I saw him come up and he says, "I've had it." And he came down and I blocked the Cologne book. That's where that hole went. And it shut me down like this. And then all of a sudden, he hovered over me and with his left hand, whammed me.
The assault left him with a severe black eye.
This man-child, he was 6'2", 280 pounds.
When paramedics arrived, Gooding said a district police officer was by his side. Immediately you said, "I want to press charges."
Yes. He said to me, "We have been instructed by the higher-ups, which is the district, not to handcuff or arrest the kid." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Yes, that came from the higher-ups."
In a statement, Perry Township Schools said, "We are disturbed by the allegations involving a Kelly Services employee and student at Perry Meridian High School." Perry police responded to the incident quickly. A police report was forwarded to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office. Prosecutors will then make a criminal charge decision. Due to confidentiality reasons, Perry Township Schools cannot comment on disciplinary action it takes against its students. We can say, however, the district has zero tolerance for violence.
They have not discussed anything about him being arrested or anything.
And you still want to press charges?
Oh, yeah. And I haven't heard a thing. If I was out there on Meridian and he did that to me, where would he be? He has to be accountable for his actions.
Is he wrong for wanting accountability on this student? Now, without having all the details, we don't know how this escalated. What was the student sick of before he went ahead and he attacked the substitute teacher? We don't know those details because it didn't give it to us. But regardless, if you get assaulted, you should have the right to press charges. So what was the reason that the district said don't handcuff the student or take him to jail? Those are some of the details that we don't have. And I don't know why it would get to that point. But I'm not upset with the substitute teacher for wanting to press charges. Did you see his black eye? Now, I got to say, the way he described it, he said the student whammed me. He called him a man-child. Now, you got to understand, 6'2", 280 pounds. That's a big dude. I'm 6'3", 230 pounds. So, like, people look at me and they be like, "Oh, my God, you're a big dude." Now, imagine 6'2", 280. That's a lot of That's a lot of man child to go around. So if he hit you with a pretty good uppercut, which is what it seems like what you described, it put a little wallop on you. So I'm not mad at you for wanting to press charges. So, you know, it's hard being a substitute. It's hard being a teacher, period. And I don't even know if they could pay me enough to do that. It's hard dealing with other people's children. And you know what? If he would have retaliated, he would have been equally in trouble. So I don't know, district, what are you going to do to help out the substitute teacher? Better yet, give us some more details so we can figure out exactly what happened and let us know how this situation actually escalated. But there's no reason why any teacher, any substitute should have to go to school and then feel threatened by the students. Like, if you do not have accountability for the students in any way, shape, or form, then they're just going to feel like they could do whatever they want to do when they go to these schools. And then you're still going to have the problem of we don't have teachers to work. So I don't know. Seems like you're going to have a bigger issue on your hand if we don't have any accountability for the students that do things like this. So I'm reaching out to you, Labor Lounge. Tell me what you think about this. Till next time, I'm out.